All right, Knights of Apollo. What is up, guys? Hope you're doing well, and welcome to the grand finale of the TWL tournament season 8. We have two teams, the best, representing the entire community. On the attack, we have Best or Bust, and on defense, we have Parthia's Finest. Both these teams struggled, fought to get through the groupings, then continued to fight their way to the grand championship. And now it's time, guys, to see who will be crowned champion of the world in this TWL Rome 2 Siege tournament. I do want to add, be sure to join the community. There's a link down in the video description if you guys want to play in future tournaments or just get, just be a part of the community. Read the, or go look at the funny memes, you certainly can. So be sure to look at that link down in the video description. And of course, guys, like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the video. I do appreciate it. So, let's jump into this matchup and see what both teams need to do to win this one. Now, remember, these matches are a 2-game matchup. So, it's really who has the most points at the end of these 2 games that is crowned champion. So, looking at Best or Bust, who again is on the attack, they are going with some heavy hitters. Rome and Tylus. Both these factions are worth -5 points. So that means if they win here today, they will end up with -7 points because they get 3 points for attacking. So basically what Best or Bust are going for is 2 wins. They really can't afford to lose the next matchup because they're going with such negative point factions. So they've got to win both rounds. We'll see how this strategy turns out. Now, Parthia's Finest, I would say that they are the favorites to win. I would say that, most people in the community argues that they're the better team of this 2 matchup, but we'll see, because last year, the Gorilla Boys were favored to win the championship and lost to the Rice Enjoyers, which I'm sure still stings very much. But anyways, Parthia's Finest, they are going as Boei and Arverni. They are going as the green machine, the green barbs. So it's going to be interesting to see how they play. Boei is a -4 faction, and Arverni is a -2 faction. So that's 6, and then they get +2 if they win on defense, and that would be 4. So they get -4. So that's a pretty good amount of points there. Anyways, let's go back to normal speed, and let's see how this battle is going to unravel. And so far, you can see that the attackers are focusing their attention on this corner. They are moving up various different siege equipment, tortoises, towers. I don't know how effective this is going to be over here. There's not a huge push other than 3 units. In the center, at the little bend of the walls here, we've got 2 tortoises and a ladder being pushed by some Roman soldiers. Look at this. Look at these guys. Very nice. And then over on this side, got the same, well, no, we don't have the same thing. We've got a lot of siege equipment coming this way. 1, 2, 3, 4 tortoises, and it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 towers. So I believe this attack here is going to be the main push, but I do like the fact that they are pushing in other parts of the settlement, kind of force the defenders to spread out their troops. Now let's look at the defense here of Parthia's Finest. So Parthia's Finest, they are probably going with a bend but don't break strategy. And what I mean by that is that it looks like they're going to forfeit some of the initial, basically some of the walls here, the initial space of the settlement. They're gonna forfeit and use the inner workings of the settlement. And I've got to wonder here, this might be crazy. And I might be speaking out of my butt here, but do you think Parthia's Finest is... I'm not going to say they're forfeiting this match, but how confident do you think they are in winning this match? I mean, against Rome and Tylus, these are the 2 lowest point factions. They are the best factions based upon the opinion of the community runners, the admins, and looking at stats and everything, these two factions in terms of a siege environment are the best factions. All right. So how do you gotta feel against that? I mean, it obviously they're going to try to win, but at the same time, they've got to be thinking, hey, you know, even if we win this battle, it's not a huge deal. It's not the end of the world because they're gonna end up with -7 points. That means all the Parthia Finest have to do is go with a faction combination that's -6 points, and they win. So maybe here they're just picking some factions that they like, but they're not their ultimate favorite factions. And maybe they're going to try to win, obviously, but at the same time, it's not the end of the world if they lose this matchup because of just the Tylus Rome combo. Usually you see this combo in the second matchup of these, or the second battle of the matchup. And that's because, let's say, for example, you see, let's say Parthia's Finest win this battle. Well, they're going to just go for it all, and they'll just go Rome Tylus and get the next win. The points won't matter at that point. So usually you see this combination for the team that won the first battle because they no longer care about points. They just want to win the second match and win it all. That's usually the mindset. So it is quite surprising to see this deadly combination in the first game. And there we go. So now the next wave of defenses are being pushed up. And I'm actually going to go ahead and fast forward here a little bit because this is a bit of a slower start. We're not seeing any kind of sally outs, any kind of aggressive push here. We're just seeing a very careful, calculated attack. Yeah, I love this song. By Best or Bust. There we go. Another wall falls down. They're going to bring down this wall next, and they have moved up some infantry. Parthia's Finest got some Celtic warriors. They also have some Celtic warriors. So 2 Celtic warriors, different factions, brothers from a different mother, I suppose. Over on this side, they've kind of abandoned the attack here. I guess this is just an option. I think that's why this is here. It's like an optional route. If for whatever reason they're struggling to get in here, they could maneuver some troops here and use this siege equipment to support. That might be the case. Now the Celtic warriors are falling back. They are falling back. Interesting play by Parthia's Finest. Very interesting play. Now look at all of this stuff just being pushed over here. They've got a long journey to go, but over in the major break, we've got a charge of Celtic warriors. My goodness, this is the battle of Celtic warriors. I swear, this is crazy. So 2 units of Celtic warriors. They're going to go ahead and capture this gate, which is going to activate this arrow tower in their own advantage. Again, not really seeing any aggressive defense here by Parthia's Finest. They are definitely, I don't know, it just feels like they're trying to set up a trap here of some sort. And what's crazy is that there's only 20 minutes left in this battle. What that tells me is that somebody loses quickly here. It's either going to be the attack, well, obviously the attacker, John Madden moment. It's either going to be the attackers or the defenders who win this one. Yeah, go figure. But 20 minutes is not is not a lot of time relative, to siege battles. Usually a close battle tends to be longer. So we'll see. That's not always the case, but we'll see how this plays out. It's either Rome and Tylus are just gonna like a lawnmower just plow down some tall grass, or Rome's gonna run into a trap and the barbarians are gonna just quickly kill these Romans. Like, I don't know. Whatever. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but it's looking like this is gonna be whatever's gonna happen. It's gonna be a quick engagement. All right, so now more infantry just coming in unharassed, no contention, no adversary. My English sucks. But yeah, there's no fight going on in this initial fight, and here we go. I think Tylus is like, hey, bro, come on. Fight me. Not running. But, I don't know. Maybe Parthia's Finest got some big brain strategy here. This is going to be pretty interesting. Now they're setting up more troops. Setting up more troops. We got some spears moving around and some Levy Freemen. And they're going to set up shop here. Most likely throw down... Wait. No, just kidding. That's Arverni. Arverni's on the defense. But yeah, the Romans have taken this. They got some cohort. And this siege tower equipment here still pushing forward. And I was wondering, like, could they sally out? Because half of this army's separated from the main army. But really, the only wall is way over here. So by the time they sally out troops, they're going to see it coming. So there's really not much they can do with this big divide between the two forces. So that's unfortunate for Parthia's Finest. Again, just constantly letting them take more and more ground. And still, no fighting yet. We've only got 18 minutes left in this battle, and not a single soldier has... well, a couple soldiers died here, but really no major engagement for these forces. Here we go. Look at this. I think this is it. The clash of the 1st Infantry. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clash of Infantry. Hallelujah. The Parthia's Finest has finally drawn the line in the sand. And they said, hey, this is where you cannot cross. And we'll see if they can maintain that line. But my goodness, man. Look at them already cycling in and out troops. But I don't even think they need to. That was a beautiful display of organization there. Just a nice little cycle of forces using that Tylus's excellent charge bonus. Actually, it's 26. Let's see. What is a good charge bonus? 26 is pretty good. I don't know. I'm not a stats guy. Here's another clash of forces. Celtic warriors coming in. And once again, they're cycling in and out troops. Beautiful job there. Beautiful. Now they're sitting back with some tribal warriors. These guys are monsters. They're using their Javi capability, and now they're going to charge in with a charge bonus of 26. They get countercharged by the chosen swordsman with a charge bonus of 27. All these numbers matter. Now some chosen swordsmen. Prepare in reserve. There's a gap here. We'll see if they go for it. Looks like some tribal warriors, or no, Celtic warriors are going for it. Woo! Not really killing anyone with that volley, but it looked cool. And a nice little charge into their lines. And here comes some reinforcements. Celtic warriors coming in. They're gonna cycle in these troops. Look at these forces just cycling in their. Look at these armies cycling their troops. It's very cool to watch. Over here, there seems to be a little bit of a stalemate. Both sides decided to disengage, and most of the fighting is going to be present here. This looks awesome, though. This looks like a real fight, like a real battle. Now we got some archer fire coming in from the defenders. We've got a pretty good angle. They're firing over these great eastern temples. There they go. Look at them fire. Pew, 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 pew. They're firing over. They're hitting these troops over here, doing some good damage. And the infantry fight rages on, and they continue to cycle in and out troops in a very elegant way, very proficient way, so their troops stay fresh and they don't get tired too quickly. There we go. Look at them. Again, cycling in and out these troops. Just throwing in troops for reinforcements. It's all kind of being decided right here. Lots of fighting going on. And there's really no surprise now. Now that I see how this fight is turning out, now I understand why this battle is going to be so quick. Because there's so many units fighting at one time. So many units. Balance of power definitely in favor of best or bust. But really, that is no surprise based on their faction selection. Now they're breaking down the walls over at this flank. This is going to cause the defenders to have to spread out their troops into different areas. We'll see how effective this will be. But definitely we can see a big push. We will see a big push of troops on this side. I guarantee it. You're going to like the way they push. I guarantee it. Nice little charge of infantry there. These troops are sitting in reserve over here still. They're trying, both sides continuously trying to make their troops fresh, trying not to overextend them, trying to keep them, you know, because if they get tired, their fighting effective, you know, their fighting ability becomes less effective. And look at a lot of breaking going on here for Tylus. That is a good sign. And Rome. Now there is some breaking for our Verney, but definitely looks like Parthia's Finest is giving them a good fight. We got a general in the fight already, some Oathsworn. How many kills? 90 kills already. And look at now the archers are going berserk. Syrian, auxiliary Syrian archers opening fire like it's like there's no tomorrow. No tomorrow. Now we got some slingers. Look at just the chaos of the projectiles flying overhead of these soldiers as they brutally fight and stab each other in the guts like swine. Anyways, a crazy fight going on here, leaving a carpet of dead. Back over this way. Wow. You remember that guarantee I had for you guys that they would charge through this way? Well, I was wrong. I guarantee it. When I record these battles, I will come across something and be wrong about it. And yeah, this is one of those cases where I honestly thought he would make a push here. I thought that would be a good idea. But I just don't see the point. It's like, why even do this? You're just like making your troops tired as they have to like get back to the front line. I don't get it. I don't get it. But so far, it's not going terrible for Best or Bust. It's certainly not going terrible. You know, I will say, for Best or Bust, considering the factions that they're playing as, this kind of is a must-win. This kind of is a must-win. Because if Parthia's Finest wins here with a, what was it, -4? That means they can only defend with a -4 or less. So, yeah, it's basically in the next battle, Parthia's Finest can do what they did to them. They can go roam Tylus and easily, you know, have a big advantage. So this kind of is a must-win for Best or Bust. And so far, it's looking intensely close. Both sides are doing a great job of managing their infantry, making sure they're fresh, making sure that they are putting up a good fight. And look at that. Oh, as they retreat, as they cycle the troops, the slingers letting loose their hatred on the backs of their enemies. And now we got more infantry moving up. What are they going to do about those slingers? They really have no answer at this point. They're counting them. They're kind of letting them go free reign here without any you know, any kind of resistance, any kind of answer. I think we do have some archers moving up, some Gaelic hunters, but what the hell are they gonna do? What are they gonna do against such reckless hate? All those slingers? Give me a break. Look at this fight. This is just an epic struggle. Remember when I said the line has been drawn in the sand? That line is still being maintained, still being fought for from both sides. And there we go. There we go. The archers are going to get absolutely obliterated. Are they out of ammo? No. I don't know. Some of them have their daggers out, but no, they still have ammo. But they're going to get obliterated. They're down to 49 men. They have 11 kills. This is not good. I will say that the infantry fight may be close, but the skirmish battle, not looking so great for Parthia's Finest. Now we got reinforcements coming up. A lot of bowie-eyed troops. It feels like mostly our Verney has been fighting in this this struggle here. You can see that Arverni is really starting to run out of troops here. It's mostly going to be up to Boei to win this one. And yeah, looking on the other side, on the attacking point of view, it kind of looks like this is going to, well, they kind of still have a lot of troops, both of them. But I would say maybe Tylus has a little bit more of infantry. So we'll see how that plays out. But yeah, this is still a close battle, guys. 8 minutes left in the fight. There we go, big break right here from Chosen Swordsman. Another break, a chain break here from the Arverni. Is this going to be the turning point? Is this going to be the deciding factor in terms of winning this battle? Now we got these troops that are they're just getting pelted. They're getting shot to hell. Unbelievable. And all these men brutally fighting. Now we have all this archer fire letting loose. Let's see, how are these guys doing? 12 kills? Look at them shoot sitting down like they're taking a dump while fighting. There we go. They got to get more than 12 kills, guys. They're certainly trying to hit the flank of this infantry, but I don't know. This strategy just doesn't seem like it's working. Because, like, I don't know. Again, I'm just a noob here. I really have no comparison to either of these teams. But I think what Parthia's finest was trying to do was setting them up here so they could get some flank fire from this position. But it's just like the archer superiority of the attackers is just way too strong. And they just got a good position. They're just letting loose so much hatred from afar. Which is, you know, not shocking. It's not shocking, but at the same time, the infantry quality you think would be the deciding factor here. But really, I think it's coming down to the archer play. My gosh. Look at this. Look at the chaos to this. Look at this. All these units in one area. Balance of power still pretty close, but still in favor of best or bust. And we'll see what happens here. The gap has been opened. A lot of skirmishing going on here. Celtic warriors using their javies on those Romans who have their flanks exposed. Boei plugs the gap that they just cleared. They got to take on a fresh unit of tribal warriors. Fairly fresh. They're a little winded. They're fresh as in they haven't really fought much. There's a lot of infantry over here, though, guys. I'm curious to see if, like, maybe they'll make a push here because it looks like the attackers are not interested in engaging here, and most of their attention is going to be over here. This is going to be... Look at this struggle. This is one of the coolest battles. In terms of cinematic value, I think this is one of the most coolest battles of the tournament. Like, it's just so grand and just so epic with all these units fighting in one area. It is very cool. We're down to the last 6 minutes, less than 6 minutes. It's still hard to determine who's going to win this one, but it's definitely looking like it's in favor of best or bust. There we go, fresh reserves looking like they're thinking about going in. Yeah, if they can just cut down these troops without losing too many of theirs, really they just have to deal with archers. And look at all the Scorpion. 61 kills. Look at the position here. How in the world is it even getting close to hitting anyone? I really wish there was like line of sight mechanics in Total War where like for example, their accuracy should be awful because based on like they can't really see anything, you know what I mean, from here. Like, sure, there's probably some guy like, all right, a little higher, a little lower, you know, but still, like, even if you're standing on this little dune here, like, this is what you see. What can you see? Nothing. I wish there was like, if there's like obstruction, it worsened the accuracy of the artillery. Anyways, it looks like the attackers are kind of going all in. It's just showering projectiles. Slingers, a lot of slingers. Oh, the bane of my existence. Just letting loose hatred down on these defenders. And And now we're starting to see troops maneuver. So Parthia's finest realizes, hey, they're sending everything they got over here. We need more troops on this side. They might as well send all of their skirmish over to that side. And they got sword followers over here. No need that. You don't really need them there. So just retreat. Well, not retreat, but advance them towards the fight. Oh, big break with Arverni. Massive break. Chosen swordsman with a lot of numbers. Celtic warriors, 117 breaking. Chosen swordsman, 100 men breaking. That is a huge loss. And now the defense is crumbling. And I don't want to say that's the nail in the coffin for this battle, but it certainly feels that way. Seems like this epic stand is starting to crumble. I think they were a little too late with bringing in reinforcements, but maybe that's by design. Maybe they're just going to hold this narrow street. We'll see. And now the attackers are pushing this way as well. Tribal warriors going in. And they're going to begin hacking away at these troops who are they're not really in a great position. Yeah, I don't know, guys. This is going to be, look at this balance of power. It's going to be tough. The slingers are doing everything in their power to win this one. They only have 45 kills. The skirmishers for Parthia's finest have been absolutely silenced in this battle. Really not really seeing any kind of effective skirmish play at all in this fight. We do have the Scorpion up here. This is a pretty good spot for the Scorpion. Which, yeah, no surprise, 100. See, this makes sense. See, if I designed the game and be like, okay, they have a high ground, they can clearly see the enemy. There's really no obstruction. They should be able to rack up a lot of kills. That's a good position. But they're dead now because they got attacked by the general. Now, this is a good opportunity to kill the Roman general, which might, weaken the morale. Arverni has lost his general, so Arverni's pretty much down to just archers. So it's all up to Boei. Boei sending in their general. Some Oathsworn. So an epic struggle in streets over here, but they are about to be flanked. And guys, this is where I would say the nail in the coffin is being hammered in. The final nail. This is it right here. There's no return. They're going to flank, and they're going to utterly crush this defense. And that is going to be it. That is going to be it. There is absolutely no way Parthia's finest is going to be able to crawl up this uphill battle and win this one. Well, they could kill the general here, but still, even if they kill both generals, I don't think it's going to be enough. There's just too much infantry, too much archers. They have no answer to it. And look at this. They're going to try to send over a unit of infantry to try to flank these Romans. But the archers, or the Peltis, are going to prevent that. They're just going to slow them down. They're going to lose this fight, but they're just delaying so the Romans can continue to hack and slash and break these guys. And yeah, this is not looking good. Not looking good. Boei doing the best he can to try to fight this one, but all of his units are beginning to crack. They're beginning to break. And the sheer weight of -10 points is bearing down on them. Yeah, that's now the Roman general's dead, but again, doesn't matter. The battle is lost. And Parthia's finest is defeated in the first match. Now, is this the end of the world? Absolutely not. Because in the next matchup, all they have to do is pick a faction that is less than -10, right? Because they're on attack. A -9 would win them the entire tournament with some really good factions with -9. So a nice victory for best or bust. And they're certainly best or bust. They have to win the next round because there's no way, there's no way that Parthia's finest is going to be going with a -10 faction combination. There's just no way. So yeah, you can see that, yeah, they couldn't get it done. I don't know. I mean, I don't really know what to say tactically. I would just say these skirmishers were absolutely brutal. Look at this, 241, 78, and 56. Actually, not even oh wait, the Slinger's 198. Yeah. These two racking up kills. Let's look at Tylus's 104, 95, 120, 101 kills with the Peltis. Like just racking up insane amount of kills. Of course, the infantry performed very well as well. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for the first matchup, guys. The second battle will decide everything that's gonna come out tomorrow. So be sure to look out for it. It's gonna be epic. It's gonna be juicy. Can Parthia's finest come back and win it all, or will best or bust maintain their victory lead and win the next one and win it all? We'll find out soon enough. Stay tuned. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.